Guys, a beautiful good morning here from Kirkenes in the far northeastern part of Norway. This is the last stop or the first stop of the Hurtigruten. Did I pronounce that correctly? Probably not. It's that cruise line that sails up and down the coast of Norway. You can take it from here all the way down to Bergen, and that cruise would take you like 5 or 6 days, something like that. It's a beautiful area up here, as you can see, and also like in the countryside, it's the area with the highest brown bear population in Europe. Apart from that, you can make excursions to the Russian border, which is like 10 kilometers that way, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do something much more fun. Today we're going to fly the Norwegian domestic carrier Widerøe. They serve all kinds of smaller destinations up here at the north coast and like actually in every part of Norway. But today is going to be especially fun. I'm going to tell you more about that when we get to the airport. I would say let's first have some breakfast in the hotel. This is the Ton Hotel, and then I'm going to catch a bus to the airport later and I will meet you there. And welcome to Kirkenes Airport. Cute little airport here, although it has a 2,000 meter runway. Is it 2,000, 2,200, something like that? And it's really warm, my God. I mean, you can see the sun. It must be like over 20 degrees. I think there's Norwegian just coming in from Oslo. Let's have a look at that. Apart from Norwegian, there's also an SAS flight coming in from Oslo, but they're both coming from Oslo. Yeah, essentially that's like the only longer connection from here. And Kirkenes is really like the airport to be up here. That's like the only airport where the big jets can land. Anyway, let's look for some reindeer. That's incredible. I mean, look at that. They're just over there. It's like, I don't know, up to 10. So they're just roaming around freely here, although they seem to stick to this like area here around the, I don't know, wood. And they all have like green markings or, I don't know, like stuff hanging from their neck. So I think they actually belong to someone, which would be like the same as in Finland. You know, in Finland, all the reindeers actually kind of belong to someone, but they still roam around freely. Oh, look at that, there's a small one. That's really amazing. Anyway, let's head back to the airport. And we're back at the airport here. Gonna do something really fun today. I'm gonna fly Widerøe from here on a circuit around the Varanger Peninsula. So essentially every couple of days, I think 2 or 3 times a week, they fly a circuit out of here in Kirkenes, and they go all around the peninsula with 4 stops in between and come back here to Kirkenes. That's all in one single flight number. WF935, or at least today it is, and that's 5 flights. The first leg will take us from here in Kirkenes up to Vardø, then we're going to continue to Båtsfjord, then to Berlevåg, and from Berlevåg we will turn south again to Vadsø and then come back to Kirkenes. It's going to take about 3 hours on a Dash 8 100. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go inside. I'm already checked in. By the way, the Widerøe app is very easy to use. Check-in took me only like 10 seconds or something like that. And I have a boarding pass. By the way, they do not have assigned seating. So essentially you choose your seat when you board the aircraft. So I'm hoping I'll be at the start of the queue somewhere. Anyway, let's head inside and see what the airport has in store. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Morning. Welcome aboard the Widerøe -8 100. It's the Win aircraft, Lima November, Whiskey India November. It's 29 years old, but still looking good, I would say. It's very clean. The seats are really comfortable. I think on a longer flight I would fall asleep immediately. As I said, it's going to be a full flight, at least on the first sector. So all the 39 seats will be taken. Yeah, but really looking forward to this circuit around the Varanger Peninsula.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard this flight for Vardø, Båtsfjord, Berlevåg and Vadsø. We are starting off now, and we'll get some cool air in the cabin. Please pay attention to a safety demonstration. Wish you a nice flight.
En detaljert sikkerhetsinformasjon er beskrevet på Safety On Board-kortet som ligger i stolene framfor dere.
And we're airborne out of Kirkenes, runway 05. Beautiful climb out, totally cloudless. Amazing. First leg is up to Vardø. Scheduled block time is 25 minutes, which makes it kind of one of the longest flights on this circuit. And yeah, needless to say, there's also no in-flight service on these short flights, so you might want to bring a drink or a snack if you need. Actually, I imagine there are a lot of people on board who transferred from the flights from Oslo, from Norwegian and SAS, and then they transferred to Widerøe to get to all these small towns around the peninsula. That's probably why the flight is full. And airborne out of Vardø, runway 15 it was. So we actually landed on runway 33, but we took off in the opposite direction, runway 15. We were on the ground in Vardø for 18 minutes. That's a bit longer than expected, well, a lot longer actually. The reason for that is, surprisingly, they did a refueling in Vardø. I didn't expect that. I thought they just filled the tanks completely in Kirkenes, but I don't know, maybe it's easier to do it in Vardø. Also, one thing I completely underestimated is the heat. I mean, while the engines are running, you have sort of air conditioning, ventilation, but whenever the engines are not running on the ground, there's no ventilation at all. And today's maximum temperature outside is 26 degrees Celsius. That's quite a lot, and when you're sitting on the tarmac in a rather full aircraft, it's not completely full anymore, some people left in Vardø, then it gets quite hot after some time. And they also don't have a window blind, actually. I didn't notice that earlier. Yeah, speaking of windows, unfortunately, it's also quite dirty. I'm trying to avoid the dirty spots on the videos, but you will still see them, especially when filming against the sun like now. So please, Widerøe, clean your windows a little bit better. Anyway, scheduled block time on the way to Båtsfjord is just 20 minutes, and Båtsfjord is also one of the shorter runways on this circuit. It is exactly 1,000 meters long. The one at Vardø was 1,145 meters, so there's some really short runways up here.
Passengers continuing to Berlevåg or Vadsø, please remain seated on board. And airborne again out of Båtsfjord, runway 03 this time. We landed on runway 21, took off from runway 03. In any case, there was a nice view of the city during climb out, and now we're heading towards our next stop, Berlevåg. By the way, interesting side fact, there is only one safety demonstration at the first leg in Kirkenes. Like when you join the flight at one of the stops, there is no safety briefing, but the flight attendant will actually come to you and like point out some things and make sure that you read the safety card and stuff. And we are already in the descent into Berlevåg. I think flight time is like only 12 minutes or something. airport again out of Berlevåg for leg number 4 it is? I don't know, I lost count. Anyway, we're heading to Vadsø now, and that's gonna be quite interesting actually, because you see, I couldn't book tickets for the whole trip, for the whole circuit from Kirkenes back to Kirkenes, because the online systems don't allow that. So I actually had to book 2 separate tickets. First ticket from Kirkenes to Vadsø, and then Vadsø to Kirkenes, which means I'm officially transferring in Vadsø. So yeah, I'll have to leave the aircraft, and hopefully I don't have to re-clear security, because the ground time is really very short, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. Also, it's interesting to note that a lot of people who boarded the flight back in Kirkenes are still on board. So a lot of people actually do the full thing until Vadsø. I don't really know why, because you can actually also take a bus from Kirkenes airport directly to Vadsø. I don't know, maybe the flight is more interesting, and maybe I get that bus experience too when I miss my connection in Vadsø. Let's see about that. We are about to start our descent, I think, in a couple of minutes, maybe in 5 minutes, and then yeah, I'm very excited to see if it all works out.
Thank you for flying with us today. Hope to welcome you back with us again soon.
See you in a bit.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Oh, temperature outside is much nicer than inside. So that's actually really convenient. The flight seems to officially end here in Vadsø, and then it's like a separate flight down to Kirkenes, even though it's the same flight number. So I think that's why everyone has to leave the aircraft, and then there's a door that says transit or transfer, don't remember, and you can go directly to the airside area, and you do not have to pass security again, which is really nice. It's a cute little airport as well. They have free Wi-Fi, they have a bookshelf here, and it's all very bright and modern, and the seats look quite comfortable as well. Okay, I actually just checked the time, and we arrived like really early. It's still like half an hour to the next flight departure and like maybe 20 minutes to boarding. So there's still a lot of time. And now I don't even want to talk here because it's really quiet and like no one else is talking. So I don't know, I guess I'll see you back on board.
Kommer det an på om hvor tidlig vi er.
And welcome back on board, Lima November, Whiskey India November. So it's the same aircraft, but it's actually a different crew. They had a crew change here in Vadsø. Didn't expect that. I thought it's maybe the same crew all the way to Kirkenes, but now it's a new crew. I think the flight is not too full. I hope that the seat next to me stays empty. Captain just made his welcome announcement, so he announced the flight time of 10 minutes. Actually, I flew that like already yesterday, like from Vadsø to Kirkenes, because yesterday I came in from Tromsø, and yesterday's flight from Vadsø to Kirkenes took just under 8 minutes. That was already a very fast time. I don't think we're gonna break that today, but let's see. So let's go to Kirkenes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard from the coffee captain. We are on flight towards Kirkenes. Nice weather conditions, flight on 10 minutes. Kirkenes reports winds from the west, clear skies, 28 degrees. The emergency exits in the middle and forward part of the cabin are all marked with exit sign. Thank you for your attention. We wish you a pleasant flight.
07. Should be a very quick flight into Kirkenes. Yeah, now we're just cruising over the sea here. It's also much more turbulent than yesterday. Yesterday it was completely calm, but today it's like bouncing all over the place. And I think that's due to the hot temperature. Well, right now it's like 28 degrees Celsius in Kirkenes, and yeah, we're about to land.
Please remain seated with the safety belt fastened and keep the aisles and exits clear. On behalf of the crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us and wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Thank you.
Så nå 15 dager på henne.
Yeah, welcome back to Kirkenes, and I was actually able to go directly airside, which is nice, because I don't plan to go back to town. I actually plan to transfer to an SAS flight to Oslo, which leaves in about 5 hours. Just gonna hang out here. They do have a shop. I'm gonna have some hot dog maybe, and yeah, just chill here for a while. In any case, I'm not gonna cover the flight to Oslo tonight. I don't know, it's just a standard SAS flight. I'm gonna say goodbye to you at this point. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next trip. Until then, enjoy your travels.